office and left signs calling for their resignation. Both the pro-Palestinian and pro-Israeli protests have been established at multiple universities across the country.
There is a blindness when it comes to anti-Semitism, and there is a lack of seriousness with which the authorities are taking this. Yeah. We can't have a country where one group of people are harassed and intimidated on campuses and we say, oh, this is fine, because ultimately that affects the productivity of the country. It affects the opportunity for all Australians.
Now, this has all obviously come about because of America, where protesters are trying desperately to make it as big a thing here. Universities have reported reluctance at sending in police because of concerns that it would lead to clashes and vision that we saw on US college campuses, not last week, but many weeks prior to that. Just on that point, out of UQ, let's bring in Dr. Yoni Nazarathy. He's the University of Queensland Associate Professor. Yoni, appreciate your time. Thanks for joining us this morning. So you've been staying at the Israeli counter-protest camp, right? So what have you witnessed?
Indeed, correct. Good morning. When the university allowed tents to be on campus, we set up an Israeli encampment and a Jewish Israeli encampment. We actually also have Iranians that are staying with us. These are Iranians that are fighting for freedom in their country, as well as many supporters from Christians and other communities around. In our encampment, our purpose is simply to ask the university, please come back to your senses. Ask us to leave in parallel to asking the anti-Israel harassing encampment to leave.
So what sorry, Yoni. So what are you seeing from your opponents?
I wouldn't call them my opponents, but I would actually call them the opponents of society in our university in general. Because what this group is saying is not free Palestine, which is one thing on its own right. They are saying no Israel. They're calling Israel's society white supremacist. They want a complete disconnection of anything that has to do with Israeli culture, science, and technology.
So, but are you seeing any threatening behaviour? I mean, there's a bit of it that's been written in the papers. Are you seeing any of that where you've become fearful, like some staff have been?
I will say that I'm not fearful, and neither is my community, but we have seen, and I have seen myself, physical damage to signs, people fighting over flags, and on our side, we're trying to stay very calm, but we are continuously attacked. Israeli flags are snatched. I have seen a coffee spilt on a sign that said Zionist and proud. We have had Senator Paul Scar come and support our community on a very peaceful Friday night rally where we just went in front of the Vice Chancellor's office with a sign, "Keep me safe." And then somebody drove by and yelled with the loudest voice possible, "F you all."
Yeah.
The university is calling all of that free speech.
Yeah. Any provocation whatsoever from your side?
Look, people are hurt, but we actually know that our way is a way of restraint and respect. We are a small community of Jewish and Israelis and allies, and our only way is to respect the university's rules, respect our communities, and even wait and turn around that those confused protesters on the other side that actually don't know a whole lot about the Israel, Gaza, Lebanon, Yemen, Iran war, that those confused protesters also come to their senses and get on with their lives.
Yeah, and we hope, obviously, that it doesn't get to those American levels too, where it just became a completely whole other thing. But Yoni, thank you. We'll talk to you soon. We're going to take a break, folks. Coming up,